Hey fans, it's me here for a comic show. It's the Wednesday before Free Comic Book Day. Free Comic Book Day is Saturday, May 2nd. We're opening at 9. We're gonna have a huge sale. Lots of free books, great stuff. DC's Divergence, Secret War from Marvel, and a bunch of other stuff. But the biggest book of today, and the crazy cool thing is DC got out all these late books before Free Comic Book Day. They all came out the same week, and they all have their own bits of awesome. The most awesome thing is Batman 40. Scott Snyder, Capullo's end cap to their Endgame. This is the final issue of Endgame. This is the regular cover, which is all crazy, iconic god and snake adversary, angel, bat, monster, snake thing, Joker. Here is the variant cover, the movie cover, like The Mask. And also, just to get you farther along to get up to Endgame, Volume 6 came out. But seriously, this issue is the shit. This is the culmination of everything, the epic end of every subplot they had going on. Yes, it's continuing after this with Snyder, and part of that is in DC Divergence that will be free on Free Comic Book Day, where you have the big mecha Batman and they reveal who's in that. It's not Bruce. What we find out about Bruce is in here. There was so many amazing moments in here of like Bane with this fastball special throwing Bruce that's really early on, and I'm not going to spoil anything. I read this early when I got Snyder sent me a PDF. He was extremely proud of it. He was very satisfied with how it turned out, and oh my God, just to keep it to myself it's amazing. It's a great issue. There might be some detractors, but for the people that thought that Death of the Family didn't go far enough with kind of an anti-climax or weak climax, this is the money shot. This is the climax. This is everything. It's the ultimate, maybe last Joker Batman story ever. I mean, it could be, and I'd be satisfied. It was amazing. Superman, you have this Superfly movie variant cover, and this is the final Geoff Johns issue. It is a new writer, same artist coming on, and part of that is in that Divergence issue that's free that people have been talking about online with some crazy shit with Lois Lane, and that starts to happen here. What happens with Lois and Clark starts this issue. So get ready for that. Justice League, I love this Magic Mike variant. It's so fun. It's so sexy. I like it a lot. And you know, like, it's cool. It's funny to sexualize men. You know, like I understand like the internet hates that for women, and I understand why. But I just think it's funny for men. It's cool. I wish I had abs like that. You know, I mean, I know I could if I really tried. I did before when I was younger, and it just takes so much goddamn effort that I just don't have it in me anymore, even with Adderall. So, anyway, Justice League. It's the Darkseid War, Anti-Monitor versus Darkseid. You got new gods. You have the Geoff Johns is pushing this thing in here where the DC universe has been recreated again and again and again, and in quick succession since we know Crisis on Infinite Earths happened in 1985 for us. It happened again 0 Hour, again Infinite Crisis, again Flashpoint, and again with the New 52. That's all in here, and I'm super excited. This is the type of story that Geoff Johns just kills it with, so great stuff. And the final Multiversity, Justice Incarnate. It's like the ultimate Justice League it's like the Justice League of the multiverse. If different heroes from different multiverse universes had like their ultimate best pinnacle of hero all on one team as like the Justice League, it was awesome. And as always with Grant Morrison's trippy ass multiverse, you have like the main story that is crazy, lots of action, lots of death, lots of chaos, but you also have these little like, oh my God, why did I never think of that aren't really spoilers. They're just like for example, there's an Adam Strange from an alternate universe that's called Adam Familiar. I mean, why did I never think of that? Like, why was I never just like, hi, like, oh man, what if Bizarro Adam Strange was Adam Familiar? But, you know, it's just a throwaway line. That's all it is. But it was awesome. And there's lots of lines like that in there. And there's lots of things to the genius of Morrison in this issue. Convergence, issue 4, again, was the kind of Warlords, guitarist stuff and the New 52 Earth 2 heroes. Lots of stuff with the Grayson. Lots of just, you know, I'm ready for the regular New 52 characters to come in or for a coalition of these heroes that I want to see together in that main book. I'm ready. It's issue 4 now. Let's get it going. Let's do it. This week's Convergence, I liked a lot of them. A lot of them were the pre-Crisis Earth 2 or pre-Crisis Multiverse, that kind of all-star squadron era that I just really remembered the sense of wonder with as a kid when I got a bunch of books like out of the 25-cent bins, the quarter bins, just digging through there, getting the Who's Who, getting the Infinity Inc. and the All-Star Squadrons and all that. But Action Comics is Earth 2 Superman, Earth 2 Power Girl from the Multiverse pre-Crisis versus Red Sun. Red Sun is like my favorite Superman book ever. So that's awesome. You have this really old school stuff that's, you know, like was the Superman of World War II and versus basically the communist Superman. So it's kind of like the Cold War in this book. It's awesome. Detective Comics is the Earth 2 pre-Crisis Multiverse Robin, who dressed up like Batman kind of as Robin, and Selena, Helena Wayne, actually, Selena and Bruce's daughter, Huntress. That is awesome, and you had the great art on that. Infinity Inc.'s also Earth 2, and I just love this title back in the day because it was all the sons and daughters, the next generation of heroes out of the Justice Society. And I know it's going to have limited appeal, but they got the right writer on it with Ordway, and it was fun. If you were a fan of it in the past, you'll like it again now, no doubt. JSA, I love this. It's that old JSA, the old men JSA, and then some craziness happens. You know, the craziness, the domes and all this, and Kent's there, Dr. Fate's there, there's magic, so it gives me what I want. And World's Finest was the weirdest one of the Earth 2 craziness, but it's always been the weirdest with the Seven Soldiers, and very weird framing sequel, very weird stuff there, but I enjoyed it. It was Paul Levitt's. Booster Gold, Jurgens gave him kind of a tweaked new origin, and there was a Blue Beetle in it. I liked it. We'll see what they could do with Booster. Blue Beetle is actually the Charlton Earth, again, pre-Crisis Multiverse Earth. I enjoyed it. You see the other heroes there. Plasma and the Freedom Fighters is Earth X, which is the same thing. That was fun, pre-Crisis Multiverse Earth X, where the Nazis won, and they're freedom fighters fighting against the Nazis. Crime Syndicate is pre-Crisis Multiverse Earth 3, where it's all the villains, Justice League, and that was cool, and they're going to fight the DC 1 Million characters, which also fun. Grant Morrison's DC 1 Million. And Shazam, of course, is Earth S. And that was the Shazam world where they really thrived in their own place and time, and that's what you get more of there, so that's cool. Star Wars Princess Leia, I'm really enjoying that book. Wade Dotson, great. Time runs out. This is the final issue of both Avengers and New Avengers. So much nutty stuff happens in here, leading right into Free Comic Book Days, 0 issue of Secret Wars, and next Wednesday is Secret Wars 1. So Marvel is just on fire. They have this loaded perfectly. Let's go. Awesome. And Spiderverse, you got this $75 hardcover that has everything Spiderverse ever in it, plus a softcover of Edge of Spiderverse, which was the first appearance of Spider-Gwen. Moving on to Image, Pisces, Curtis Weeb's new book. You know him from Rat Queens. You know him from Peter Panzerfaust. This book is a weird war sci-fi mashup. There's these dudes in Vietnam. They get shot down. One dude like tears a testicle. I mean, it really happens. That was a big takeaway when I got advanced copies. Like, oh, dude, I loved how dude tore a testicle. And, you know, it was cool. You know, it's like, oh, I actually felt it when I read it. Thanks, Weeb. But the coolness of the war and then in space, kind of like, how does this happen? Why is this happening? We've had that in a lot of different time travel craziness, like Trillium and whatnot. And it was in that vein. If you like Trillium, you'll like it. If you like Weeb's other weird stuff, you'll like it. Bitch Planet, Non-Compliant, issue 4, more meat and potatoes. There was a long shower scene. And reading the letters page, Kelly Sue said they had the reason the book was late was because they had to take 3 passes on the shower scene to make it not pervy male viewer centric, not made just for dudes to watch and jerk off to, even though there was a dude watching and jerking off to it in the story, and it was necessary for the plot for them to meet there and talk there, but it was well done. It was very well done. It's a book they can be proud of, and I'm really digging it. Outcast got a new issue. like to mention that. Love that book. Jim and the Holograms issue 2. This is all the Misfits. You know their songs are better. Ross Campbell's name's now Sophie Campbell in here in print. I'm really proud of IDW for doing that. I'm proud of her for actually, you know, being more comfortable with herself. And I'm really liking the artwork in that all the characters are different body types. They're not all just like Barbie doll size. Different heights, different weights, and we get that in bio pages in the back. Black Mask, you know, I'm really supportive of this indie press. You got the Piers guy from that book Pop. This is a very trippy book, you know, it kind of looks like Hunter S. Thompson type stuff. It's a movie star dude that's kind of totally on drugs, kind of crazy, and this woman, and they kill people and go on a crazy adventure. The first issue's in, I really liked it. And finally, thankfully, right before Free Comic Book Day, we got the 2 big mother loads of graphic novels that everyone waits for, a new volume of Walking Dead and a new volume of Fables. Thank you. Thank you very much, DC, Vertigo, and Image for getting these out. I'll be able to make so many people happy, and that's awesome. There's a lot of people that kind of only come to Comic Book Store on Free Comic Book Day and, you know, regularly, and I'll be like, hey, did you get the new volume? Oh, you didn't get the last one either? Well, here's 2. So thank you, wonderful. And I hope to see everyone at Free Comic Book Day. If you're not local, support your store somewhere, have fun, support the industry, support comics. It's a great time to be in comics. Image is on fire. Secret War sounds awesome. And yeah, man, like seriously, read Batman 40. It is totally ballsy. It's exactly what I want from mainstream comics. Scott Snyder, you are masterclass. Thank you. I know it seems like I'm brown nosing, but I truly feel that way. So, oh well. Got to be honest. Thanks. Bye-bye.